はい、こんばんは、ベルタンです。今日も FF15 15じゃないFF16 をね、やっていきたいと思います。で、前回終わってから全然起動してないので、普通に、続きからね、やっていくような感じになりますね。はい、今回は海というか空をね、バックに始めてみました。で、まだミドのお使いが終わってないかな。だから、それを終えて、今日はお墓参りはね、できるんじゃないかなというふうに思ってるので、それをね、やっていきたいというふうに思います。はい。で、お墓参りなんだけど、その前に、でもね、前回の時に、こう、トロフィーをね、取りたいって言って、頑張ってね、敵を倒してたんだけど、見直してみたらトロフィー取れてなかったので、またチャレンジします。はい、なのでしばらくこの、アビリティ装備はね、変えないままやっていきたいなと思ってます。で、そんなもんかな。特にね、変わってないからね。ちょっと暑い。はい。じゃあ、まずは、報告に行こう。よし。何してんの？剣を見てる。はい。あれ？ノースリーチのマルシェへ向かう？まだできてないぞ。ちょっと待って。なんか、あれで、新しいやつかな？決意を新たに。これなんだ？必要な材料を集める。あれどこで終わってたんだっけ？次はなんちゃらを集めろみたいな感じで特にご報告することなかったんだっけ？あれ全然覚えてないんだけど。一日やらなかっただけなのにね、ドルガル。グッズ。みんな眠れるといいね。フーゴをね、倒したっていう報告をね。それずいぶん前の話だね。でも前回の話か。必要な材料を集める。落書き消してる。落書き。あれ、話してくれない。ここにも落書きがちょっと見えないな。これはただの図形みたいな感じだね。絵ではない。じゃあ行くか。材料を集めればいいんでしょ、マルシェ。あと、あれだ。月の雫？英語版だと月の涙の雫。ジルトのデートだね。デートに行くんだった。よし、じゃあデート行こう。そうそう、そこで終わってたんだよ。だから、ノースリーチにデートに行く。はい。さて。よし、ジルを探そうね、トルガル。
Welcome.
そうね、今お金ないからね、全然。売ればあるんだけど。ポーション0個。使いすぎや。
Excellent choice.
そんなそんなエクセレントチョイスでしたか。ここのエーテル止まり。怖いね。みんな大丈夫
？Slavers don't even bother with North Reach now that all the highborn have fled south.
どんどん落ちぶれていっている。
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled. I won't have you spoiling another catch.
そんなこと言ってる場合じゃないよ。魚なんか冷やしてる場合じゃないって。 こうベアラーをさ使い潰していったらさ、言うてさ生まれるね確率。あ、ジルがいろいろとパンを吟味してる。よいしょ。果物ね、売れ残ってる感あるけどね。ほんとフレッシュ。行くか。じゃあなんか前とあんまりセリフも変わらないみたいだし、ジルとジルー。
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
OK。ピピオの実とガーリックを買ってこいってね。
They sell everything here at the market. Finding garlic and pepio nuts won't take long.
よし。トルガル？違う、トルガル。かわいい。
Since sunrise and not a single bottle.
よいしょ。
All anyone ever wants anymore is water grape. How am I supposed to make a living?
ここにいる人たちはさ、商売人なのにさ、行動力がさ、ないよね。なんでいつまでもここにいるんだろう。不思議。
Did you hear?
文句しか言ってない。
The gates to Heaven Hall in the area were breached by someone or something. The steward was in town earlier looking for men to come and repair it, but no one was keen to help.
I want to see you again tonight.
よいしょ。マサ。
What am I going to do without sweet water and oil of talc?
Still no caravan from the Dominion's perfumeries yet, then? It's been too long.
You are, of course, always welcome, Clive.
Seeing as business is scarce these days, the Dane decided we should all learn to read. I only wish she had some smaller books. My arms ache something fierce.
すごい力。あ、重いのにね。よし、じゃあ行くか。お買い物。さーてと、ジルに言われたのがピピオの実と、それからガーリック。で、マルシェに売っている。本当にこれが必要なのかな。料理作るんじゃないんだけどな。ザンブレック王国でよく食べられている野菜。庶民の食卓から宮廷料理まで幅広く用いられる。月の雫を作るために必要な原料の一つ。よし。よし。はい。あとは
What do you want?
ピピオの実って果物屋さんで売ってる。
Go on. Take it.
チョコボが好む赤い木の実。これを食べたチョコボは気分が高揚し、いくらでも走れるようになると言われている。月の雫を作るために必要な原料の一つ。
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
This would have been different had the mother not cracked.
この赤いやつかな。
There's talk that the glass gate flood.
よし。ジルに報告を。ジルパン買ってくれてる。よいしょ。ジルここさ、景色がさ、バックの景色が良くないよね。この箱邪魔なんだよな。こうすると近くに寄れないし、このさ、門がさ、わかるよ。門の近くにいたいという心理は。よし、行こう。
Did you find everything?
うん。
I did. Here.
これこれ、ここにあります。これとこれ。はい。
Garlic and pepio nuts. Perfect.
ピピオナ
Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool. But before we head back, would you walk with me a while?
ちょっとデートしよう。そうそう、許されると思う。そのくらいは。なんならもうちょっと言ってもよかった。
Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember? Walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells.
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
かわいい汁。あ、遅かった。
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... Oh!
You're right.
Sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive.
クライブ、今、手広げてたのに、もう、何年目よ。
Well, I suppose we best be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
本当にヘタレなんだから。今見た？ちゃんとクライブがさ、ちょっとだけ手をさ広げてさ、ギュッてしたそうだったところ、そのまま行けばよかったのに。あれよ、もう33歳なんだから。
Get it, boy.
まったくもう。あ、いい景色だ。写真撮っとこう。こうして、違う。こうして。はい、お家に帰るんだけど、ちょっとその前に写真撮ってから行こうね。本当はジルと一緒に撮りたかったけどさ、ジルがいないからね。あ、なんかさっきのとこと違くね。あ、こういう感じか。こんな感じ。違う。こうね。これ、どうしようかな。なんか後ろの景色もね、綺麗だよね、見えてた方が。どう？ピントは。これしないとピントが見えないか。これと、よいしょ。これと、こっち全部見えてる。ビシッと決まっている。ピント、両方。よし。はい。 で、あともう一つはなんだ？あ、ハルポクラテスに話す。まあ、それしかないんだね、今ね。あれよ、確か15歳ぐらいから同じこと繰り返してる。こうギュッとね、ジローを抱きしめたいのに33になってもまだその一歩が踏み出せないでいる。まったく。
The granaries are almost empty. If you're looking to partake in the meadow's bounty, now might be your last chance.
よし、帰るか。はい。ここね。でもこれ確か2個目なんだよね。いや、違う。これで3つ目か。縦、あれ、鎧はどうだったっけ？
I wonder how Hippocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
うん。よし、報告しよう。こっちね。はい。よいしょ。ジル。
Ah, Clive. Hippocrates has all the ingredients. We were just waiting for you.
ジルも気が長いよな。まったく。
Welcome back. I hope you two had fun while I was busy helping Hippocrates.
うん。まあそんな大したあれではなかったからね。
How's work on the shielding progressing, Hippocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Taya how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Well, apparently it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
かわいい。
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates. Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
あ、これで全部揃ったね。よしよし。じゃあミドに伝えて裏切られよう。もう。
Thanks to Sid, the man who hurt your mother and father is gone.
Oh.
I'm sure they're looking down on us now and smiling.
I'm smiling too. Yeah, me too. Thanks, Sid.
お、どういたしまして。お
Sid! Look what the curse breakers brought back from Dalmekia. Said they were all the rage in Dalamil.
Looks sort of funny if you ask me.
I'll be damned.
Have you had one before?
Something smells good. What are we having?
おっとも来た。
Bombs! And they are good. You should try one.
美味しいよ。
Hey? There's a bloody great hole in it. Who ate the rest?
It's supposed to be hollow, silly. Haven't you ever seen Drake's Fang?
説明してあげてる。結構この国っていうかこの時代のパンってさ、なんていうんだ、ドイツパンみたいなこうがっしり系がね多そうだからさ、やっぱこうね、ほらこういう感じ重そうだよね。で薄く切ってみたいな、薄く切って重いパンをこう食べるみたいな感じっぽいからさ、こういうのはちょっと新しいかもね。ふわふわっぽい、外はカリッと中はふわふわみたいな。なくはないんだろうけど面白いね。中にジャム入れたりとか、菓子パンみたいで。おっともそれだからびっくりしたのかな。よいしょ。ジルはどこにいるんだろう。ジルに話しかけたいな。そして全然、あ、ジルいたいた。ジル。
I can't claim to understand Mid's designs, but I look forward to seeing them in action.
この辺どう？ギリギリなんだよね。ダメだな。今はここで見えないけど、実際はダメか。このくらいこれでなんか睨まれてる感じするけどジル話しかけないで笑ってくれない。よいしょ。あ、横島なことを考えるなということだ。はい。
We're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
Ain't so bad stretching your legs once in a while.
面白かったでしょ？
How may I help you today, Clive?
そうね。
Your benefactors are a generous lot.
お、
Here you are.
活躍を聞くたびに君たちなら本当に世界を変えられるかもしれないと思った。支援になればと集めてきたものをどうか受け取ってほしい。ありがとう。
Come again. I may have more for you.
まあ世界のね、時代の流れの分岐点にいるわけだから大きく変わるだろうからね。
Before you ask, the answer's no. You can't daub yourself in moon dew to protect yourself against fire.
あ、そうなんだ。
I had the same idea. Even did some tests. And trust me, you don't want that stuff anywhere near your skin.
ああ、なるほど。まあでもそうね、人に使えるかどうかってまた別だからね。よいしょ。よいしょ。なんだっけ、この熱をさ奪うシステムっていうか、なんかリアルであった話みたいなの聞いたことある。なんか前どっかで言ったっけ、ゲームの時に。こうなんだっけな、プロジェクト X かなんかでやってたんだよね。なんだっけな、なんだっけ、いや忘れちゃったな。まあ要はなんか熱をずっと持っているものをどうやって熱をね下げるかみたいな。
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in. Why would anyone want to do that?
で、最終的に、なんだっけな、ステンレスかなんかを使ったんだかな。ステンレスって結構熱を奪うらしいんだよね。放出するかわかんないけど、吸収するかよくわかんないけど。で、ステンレスを使いましたみたいな話をどっかで聞いた。すっごいふわっとした知識。なんかテレビでやってた。
You'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat, a coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
クライブ優秀だよね。 ミドにさ、こういう感じの欲しいんだけどって言われてさ、もう出来上がったものもできちゃう。ほとんど出来上がってる状態で。
Thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is going to require some precision walloping.
楽しそう。すごい音してる。はい、しばらくして。でっかいのできた。これ試作品みたいなもんなんだよね。とりあえず1機作ったよっていう。すごい。これなんだろうね。コンクリートっぽい感じするけど。
It's finally finished.
Fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
よし。一部がミドもういけるよね。ミドこれ一緒に写真撮ろっか。これがここにあるのってこの時だけだからね。写真撮っとこう。よいしょ。すぐになくなっちゃうんだよねこれ。もうちょいさこういうもうちょい上に上げて、そうこんな感じね。思い出のミドとの共同作業だから。はい、これでいいね。はい、結構自由にいける感じ。あ、でもここが限界だから。横はここが限界。確かにあれだね、設計図と同じような感じにはなってるよね。これ以上はいかない。こんなもん下の方があんまり見えないな。こういう感じ。はいはい、じゃあ行くよミド。お墓参り。
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming.
かわいいミド。
Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown, searching for a land untouched by the blight, just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
早いキャプテンっつった。手紙届いた。お、さてとと話す前にいろいろやることがある。ここと、あ、ここね、これとそれからこれ。手紙。こっちから先行こうかな。
Told me she was building a ship.
Really? That's a ship. Let's sail it around the lake.
みんな超見てる。
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build? Yeah. He said it was some sort of chimney stack.
Must be quite a fireplace.
こっちの子供たちは多分文系っぽいね。ハルポクラテスと一緒にずっといる。まあ親代わりみたいなもんなのかな。この子たちは理系？ミドに憧れてるもんね。しかもこの子たちはもともとベアラーだったからこうちょっと違うよね。この子たちは生まれた時からこう隠れ家にいる子たち。ちょっとだから違うんだね。仲間意識が違うのか。派閥が。よいしょ。
Is that you done then? Mid's not roped you into building the rest of the board, has she?
ねえ。トットン。よいしょ。まああれだね。クーボ、テト、ポットは双子だからね。派閥というよりも。この下にあるね。確か。新しいなんかを作ってくれみたいな。あれ、これはあれか？
That's it then. I'm here. Sid. Reckon you might be just the man to help me out of a bit of bother, if you would mind to.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic the chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit it is. Bung in a solution you want splitting, and it will separate it out, just like that. Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurities. And with some of the stuff we need it for, that ain't good enough. Which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off. And that's where I was hoping you could help me out.
まあ、いいんじゃない?
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like. Alright. Why not?
Proper job!
So what exactly do you need for this filter?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do, says the chief. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university stores. Couldn't believe my eyes. You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear as a mountain stream. So, I did a bit of reading about where I might be able to get hold of some. And do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king. They leave them behind when they die, see?
I take it that's where I come in.
If you wouldn't mind. I saw a billet on the hunt board for one just the other day. Would have gone myself, but, well, fighting dirty great balls of flame isn't exactly my forte. You, on the other hand...
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you kindly. And a good hunting, eh?
さて、ついでにレスキーモブも倒しておこう。レスキーモブも。さて、あとはもう一個。あ、これね。 か、こっちに行ってからにしよう。さて、ちょっとこういうところもね、本当はじっくり見たいんだけど、ちょっと酔っちゃう。よいしょ。さて、リスキーモブでボムを倒し、ヘクタールどこにいるって？どれだ？これか。写真撮っとこう。ザンブレクの大きな水壺。さすがにだんだんね、こう覚えてきてはいるんだけどね。よし。一旦こいつだけでいいや。ビビアン。
Ah, my favorite pupil. Going so soon?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
ずいぶん大人っぽい声。よいしょ。あとは手紙を読まないとね。手紙を読んで。
He cracked the crystal too.
そうそうそう。そう。よいしょ。はい。すごいたくさん来てる。クライブへのお願い。ゴーチェ、帳簿を整理してたんだが、少々困ったことになった。そこでクライブに手伝ってもらえたことがある。時間ができたら俺のところに来てくれないか。はい。
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
ゴーチェもよくわかんない。はい。やっぱりクライブが言いやすいんだろうね。トルガルのことでちょっと気になることがある。手が空いた時にでも寄っとくれ。行かないと。
What could be wrong with Torgor? He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
相棒の秘密。はい。ブラックソーンのことで聞くばかり。やる気を取り戻した。ただ、少し引っかかることがある。今も鉄を打つたびにどこか苦しそうな顔をしているんだ。奴がやる気を失っていた原因は、さっきの革鎧だけじゃないのかもしれない。俺は任務のため、しばらく隠れ家を留守にしている。時間がある時でいいから話を聞いてやってくれないか。はい。
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
ブラックソンは結構繊細だね。あんなぶっきらぼうな感じなのに。なんか外に出てみたくなっちゃう。さて、どれから行こうかな。これは外に出なくちゃいけないんだけど、でもトルガルの聞いて、ブラックソーンに話すか。まずはブラックソーン。順番に行こう。ブラックソーンどうしたの
？Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, and you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, you've got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me. The edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you.
No. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome. And we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword.
どっちにしろカロンに話にかけに行かないといけなくなっちゃったね。トルガルのことと両方聞かないと。
I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgal?
So you can read. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I didn't say how we're wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at them. Didn't like him, which is why I'm of the mind that his mind's on something else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
かわいい。
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean?
そうね、ロザリスの時のことが何かね。
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want? Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections. Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
I think I tell people who my clients are. Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
ありがとう。
Oh. And he's a touch eccentric. If you take my meaning.
I appreciate the warning.
よし。トルガル待っててね。あと、はるちゃんに話を聞いて。さて。はるちゃん大活躍。こんばんはじゃない。
Lawsman,
こん
I
に
need
ち
to
は。
ask you about Torgal. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite, which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
Don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting, Clive.
よし、そいつを買ってこよう。よーし。これで全部かな。あとボーチェと話してないじゃん。あれだ、金を返しに行かなくちゃいけないんだ。よいしょ。これで受けたら多分全部だから、そしたらお出かけをしましょう。
Is that the thing Tomes helped with?
It told me she was building a ship.
さて、オットーに隠したいけど、クライブには全部言っちゃうボーチェに。
Clive, did you get my letter?
That's why I'm here.
Shh. Otto might be listening.
Is this better?
A little. Listen. I've some bad news. It turns out the hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders, and it may be my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. Zero, you might say. I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's going to take some time, and I'm going to need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I'd say.
There you
So
are!
that's all you.
What a surprise!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Those ledgers were my responsibility, and it was my decision to entrust them to you. This is my fault.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're going to make this work.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are. A little something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure there will be.
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, arses to wipe, and all that.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Clive! I'm sorry to drag you into this, Master Clive. It's just I couldn't think who else to ask, and you're always so willing to help everyone. You watch yourself out there, all right?
よし、じゃあ行ったね。よし行こう。一旦セーブして。ここにやっちゃっていいかな。いいか。さてどっから行こうかな。ダミリミルはリスキーモブか。マーサの家、ノースリッチ。まあノースリッチが一番遠いところからこんな感じで。ここも遠いね。どうしようかな。ほんとこれでいいか。前どうやったら行ったんだっけな。忘れちゃった。多分順番関係ないんだろうけど、マルシェに行ってマダムに話しかける。街並みはね可愛いんだけどね。
I want to see you again tonight, but the captain's late without me.
What am I going to do without Sweetwater and oil talc?
Isabel.
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts?
ギフトとか言うから。ギ
occasion?
フトって言っちゃダメだよ。もう渡すものではあるけど、言い方よ。
Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you, to settle the hideaway's debt with the veil, and to
そういうとこ
compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Long ago, yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that.
Give my regards to Otto, and tell him I do so miss his visits.
トルガル行くよ。
time was there were great coin sacks swinging from every belt in town. Not anymore. Since the capital moved, they're all shriveled to the size of peas.
で、違う違う。ここから行けるとこなかったっけな。ないね。そしたら、どうしよう。マーさんとこ、あ、ここが確か急ぐんだったよね、確かね。急がなかったっけ？なんか急ぐような気がした。違うかな？あ、でもお金返すだけだから急がないか。これはまだ急ぐやつはもうちょっと後かな？マーサー、お金です。
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
うん、これです、これ。はい。
A star ruby? I can't accept this.
いいでしょ、
It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again?
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That, and you keep good company.
I suppose I do. Go will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
あ、そっか。3人目はね、直接聞くから。
Suppose now I have to find someone who can actually afford a star ruby.
はい。いいな、私もスタールビー欲しい。綺麗そうだよね。しかもめちゃめちゃ価値が高いっていう。なんかまだやることが残ってるな。あ、これか。そうそうそうそう。ここ行かないといけないんだった。忘れてた。さあ、ボムを倒そう。こっちでいいね。違う？逆。こっち。で、ボムを倒せばいいんだよね、確かね。遠いな道が。ここの町もそこそこ大きいからね。もうちょっと先に行かないとアンブロシアに乗れないから、この辺かな。あ、もしかして今のとこ乗れた可能性ある。はい、ちょっとずつね。
Fly, Ambrosia.
フライアンブロシア。もう全然わからない英語を淡々と聞いてると眠くなっちゃう。ちょいちょいわかるけど全部わからないっていうのはね、眠くなりやすくなるよ。こっち側。はい。 リスキーモブも倒します。よし、邪魔だな。よいしょ。よいしょ。あっはー。あれなんか違うとこ来てない？いや、合ってる。大丈夫、大丈夫。無視無視。それから行くよ。この辺だね。アルコクダテス。エルダーなんちゃら。あれでいいのか？あれでいいならいいや。行こう。これで行こう。はい。はい。はい。ダメか、弱すぎるかね。はい。いた。ダメかな、こいつら。はい。痛い。はい。なんかこいつらできなくない？カウントがよくなるのよ。そう。ダメだ。意外と強いな。はい、もう一回。厳しい。間違えちゃった。ダメだな。もう一回。完全な感じ。よし。まだか。痛い。ちょっとうまくいかないな、こいつら。なんかうまくいかない。なぜ？全部食らう。ダメですね。やっつけるか。トルガルが怒ってる。こっちじゃないと。なんか逃げちゃうんだよね。違うな、ジャストワードっぽくない。ここもう一回できた。今のはいいんじゃない？もう一回。もう一回いけるか。もう一回。どう？いけた？よし、こいつはもう無理だ。よし、はい。これがやりたかった。もう一回やってみよう。念のため。はい、もう一回。来ないね。はい、もういいよ。もう一回来て。なんでトルガルの方に行くの？はい、来い。あれ、トルガルに狙ってんだよね。ダメだな。もうダメだ。はい。ダメだな。今のやつを、確か、1戦闘のうちに2回やらなくちゃいけないんじゃなかったかな。それか、1つの敵に。どっちだったかな。1つの敵だと、ちょっと、雑魚的じゃ無理だよね。トルガル、あ、そっか、トルガルの骨のために戦ってた。どう？かわいいね。
I say that answers my question, which means we owe the lawsman our thanks.
よしよし。
You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy. You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
かわいい。
That'll feel good, boy.
よしよし。いいかいいか。よし、帰るか。他のやつをちょっと目が覚めた今ので。はい。 あ、声がね、枯れちゃってね、すごい低いよね、今日。ずっとね、エアコンつけてるからいけないと思うんだけど、なんかね、ずっと声が枯れてる感じがする。で、どこだ？隠れ家の。何しに来たんだっけそもそも。こっちじゃないかも。やった。ここどこ？人差して。
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Kara's collector.
ああ、そうだそうだ。
I take it Drake's fang was your doing, Sid.
You really are quite the outlaw.
It's only a matter of time before the people learn of this and seek to apportion blame.
Hey, hey.
The St. Drake's fang is gone. The whole mother crystal gone.
みんな酔いつぶれたり。
Calm yourself.
さて、おじさんのライバルに会いに行こう。失礼します。
My reputation will be ruined. Ruined.
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
問答無用なんだけど。
Allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
ひどくない？
Redeem! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
短期のやつはやだよ、本当に。
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That?
どうしたの？
No. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen. Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went.
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. The bandit's bed. Every ill-gotten coin in Dalamon is said to pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence, and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck. It's a wonder the Republic tolerates the existence of the bandits there.
いっか、トルガル。
You would have thought that.
これはここ以外はないのかな？これだけか。行くか。ちょっと遠いけど。
Then again, what commander
わ
would
かったわ
want
かった。
to
わか
march
ったわか
his
った。
troop?
わかったわかった。んでこっち側だから上の方だね。よし。上の方とはこっち。はい。で、アンブロッシャーと行こう。遠いからな。よいしょ。
Come on.
カモン。ほい。ここはね、走ってて気持ちいいよね。ちょっと暑そうだけど、夏には来たくないとこだね。で、こっち側だから。なんで悪党の寝床なんてものが放置されてるんだろうね。全然機能してない国の治安維持的なところは。中ちょっと見ていこう。誰もいない。アイテムもなさそう。それどころじゃないのかみんな。なんかすごい煙っている。こっち。はい。はい。トルガルー。トルガル。あそこね、取りたいんだけどね。あそこに行くと、敵が。行かなくても敵が。ここら辺のはず。よし、そろそろ。この辺なんだか。
Thanks, girl.
ありがとう。よし。ちょっとお前たちだけはちょっと邪魔だから。痛い痛い痛い痛い。はい、お前たちはちょっと邪魔だな。お前はダメ、ダメだ、お前はダメだ。よし。よし。はい。はい、いけいけいけいけ。もう一回。あれ。はい、よし。1、2、3、4。あれ ?3 個でいいのかな。もう一回。はい。よし。どうよしよし、崩したぞ。それがね。そうそう、この状態で、こうして、こういうこと、ギリギリまで行こう。これでレベル2まで行きたいの。で、食らいたくない。なるべく距離を取るんだ。距離を取って、あとちょっと、いけ。はい。どう？これ効いてんのかな。なんでこっち追ってくるんだろう。しょうがない。ダメだった普通に食らった。よし今のは何だったんだ。食らいながら。よし、はい、もう一回。はい、よいしょ。はい、これで合ってる？できてる？やっぱダウンしてからやるってだったら、これできてんの ?3 発でいいの？で、ここでバーンと。よし、ギリギリまで。できればマックス貯めたいんだよね。だけど危ない、遠いよ。近い。よし、ナイス。これだね。ダメなのか。5まで貯めたいない。できれば5まで貯めたい。2で一応実績解除はいけるはずなんだけど、できれば5まで行きたい。あいつあんまり速く走らないからいけるんじゃないか。4が最高なの。じゃあ行こうか。はい。おー、強い。何やってんのどうなるほどね。これ初めて発動したかも。 こういうことか。なるほどね。難しいな。これを常時使うのはちょっと難しい。
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right.
よかったよかった。
Let's get it back to Delamil.
ふう。長い戦いだった。
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right, speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship. They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke, far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself, and a far more fitting payment.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
Are there many other collectors out there?
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord Byron Rosfield. And is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Thank you again for your assistance. Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
Yeah, 危ないところだった。
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
シグか。トルガル
When did you get so big?
ほんとかわいい。こっちはもうないから。今のいけたんじゃないの？ちょっと待ってね。トロフィーを確認しないと。どうかな？これは？ いけたかも。やっとできたよ。あとメガフレアのやつと、それからメガフレアだね。メガフレアをやらないといけないから、まあ一旦あれよ、フーゴのやつは外してもいいんだけど、まあつけておきますか。久しぶりにね、フーゴのやつも使いたいから。でもちょっと変えよう。これはもうつけててもいいけど、サテライトはね、相棒だからつけておいて、どうしようかな。つけといてもいいか。これ、あとね、バハムードのやつってさ、便利すぎるんだよね。これもまあまあ使えるし、敵が吸い込まれてくるから。あと、これもね、これめっちゃ使えるんだよね。あと、これはもう必殺技になっちゃうでしょ。強すぎるんだよな。だから、今のままでいいや。これじゃない。これじゃない。はい、ワールドマップ。で、もう全部できた。よし、行くか。他に寄る場所とかある？ないよね。行っちゃうよ。はい。いやー、よかった。でもだんだん戦い方が上手くなってきた気がする。どうしようかな。こっちから行くか。
Is that the thing Tomes helped with?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
で、はい。ゴーチェ。
Good. Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, about that. I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
ゴーチの方が付き合い長いんだよ。
I hope you have better luck than I did.
クライブが来る前からいるのに。どういうこと？苦手な人っているからね。ガブもまたそこにいる。で、あとはブラックソーンに話してから、カロンは最後にしようかな。ジルがずっとあそこで海を見てる。よいしょ。はい、ブラックソーン。
Sorry for the wait, but hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword then?
I did better than that.
投資をもらったよ。はい。どうぞ。
A whetstone.
Yes, but not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the curse breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be delighted. Just don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, Sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one, August too. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
He'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
All right. I will.
ブラックソーンが元気。エクスカリバーの勝負。でも持ってるけど。持ってるけどね。まあいいだろう。はい。はい、ブラックソーン何かもいいのある？間違えちゃった。そうね。間違えちゃった。なんかいいのある？でも、なんもないからね。そうなんだよね。作り忘れたとかも多分ないから。にしてもまだ大丈夫だよね。はい。
I heard what you told Nan about Kupka. Hopefully all our old friends can rest easy now.
カロン、どっちが最初だ？
Lady Karen, Goat tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another, and our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you? Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not.
はい。あ、ウォールド王国でのみ採取できる希少な宝石。なるほど。ウォールド王国。あ、これ、あれじゃね？シドがさ、ウォールドから出てくるときにさ、いくつかいただいたものの一つなのでは。はい。はい。
Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
増えて戻ってくる。また。
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stones. Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which, I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away.
I've seen that before.
Yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used, either out of habit, or because the filthy soul couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
Huh. I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
Before he died? 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship. which is where I met him. He bought passage to... I forget where. But having nothing better to do on the long nights, we set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that, on account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close, promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have?
My family were the ones who summoned the constable, wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him, forget what I felt, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth. He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
いい話だった。もうずっと無言だった。長い。口を挟めないんだよね。間がないからさ、ずっとなんか映画見てた。なんだっけこれ。これはいいんだよね。普通にここに行けば。
Told me she was building a ship.
Really?
さてと、なんだっけ。
The Enterprise will have 4 mithril engines, each needing its own displacement stack. So just 3 more like this, and we'll be finished.
Hugo Kupka's dead.
またジャンプしようとしたから。はい。カローン。
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere.
わかった。
Took him for a walk, did you?
You could say that.
トルガル元気になりました。
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, no need to shout. Now we know what you're after, I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
はい。クライブはね、謎肉を持ってるからね。
You can, eh? I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
トルガルここで待っててね。え？ハルちゃんにってかこれなんだ？ん？大工構造士。あれ？なんだっけ？いやこっちでいいのか。こっちで話して進むのかな？いや違うな。これは相棒の話だからね。あれ？3周目にして分かんなくなった。
Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah. But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. But one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see, the Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone. And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a friend.
そうね、トルガルも最終的にクライブと一緒にいるからさ、全部のドミナントと会うことになるもんね。ちょっとリヴァイアさんは分からんけどね、要はそういうことだよね。めちゃめちゃレアな状況にある。この向こう側も行ってみたかったね。ここから降りられないのかな。降りられないんだ。で、ゴムキングを探す。あ、ゴムキングやってないじゃん。だから渡れないじゃん。ゴムキングそうだった。リスキーモブ置いてきちゃったじゃん。リスキーモブは、ザンブレックの巨大な水壺。そう、ここに行かなくちゃいけなかったんだよね。ザンブレック領の、どこだっけ？ここから行けたはずよ。ノースリーチ。すっかり忘れてた。なんか忘れてるなぁと思っておりました。水壺どこだっけ？ノルガンってここ？違うな。ここが教会だから違うよね。この先だっけ？この辺どこだっけ？あ、森、狩猟場の森だから、ここの、違う。この辺？この先かな？それ、あ、ここだ。ここだ。ここだよ。こっから行こう。忘れてた。行くぞ、アンブロシア。はい。まずここに行って、この先だね。よし。
Run like the wind.
ウィン。ジャンプ。すっかり忘れてた。よいしょ。あれなんかいる。よいしょ。またいた。ここ入ってって、でそうすると、あ、そうそう、これ。ここね。じゃここじゃないとわかんないじゃん。ね。そういえばアイテム買ってないじゃん。なんか無駄に使ってたハイポーションとか、トルガルにさ、回復してもらおうと思ってさ、やったら普通にハイポーションでした。よいしょ。いや、ごめん。よいしょ。あ、この辺にいるはずだから。ここね。はい。
Thanks, girl.
ありがとう。行くよ、トルガル。 怖っ。はい、ボムキング。あ、B だからな。でもこれはね、はい、あれを使うわけにはいかないの。あー、だだ、嘘でしょ。はい、ダメ？痛い痛い。あれ、相棒はいないんですけど。あ、いた。はい。相棒、なめくしてる場合じゃない。よいしょ。はい。嘘。まずいぞ、そこにいたら。さすがにまずいぞ。よいしょ。痛い。はい。そこはまずいぞ。トルガル危ないよ、そこ。おっとっと。じゃあ、痛い。そうはい。はいはい。よし、いいね。また。はい。おっと。はい。やめて、危ないよ、ここは危ないよ。何匹いるんだ。危な。あ、ちょっと強行とかはダメですね。はい。はい。相性良くないんだよね、フェニックスと。はい。はい、痛い、まずいしね。はい。危ない、そこに行ったら。どこだ、ここは。危ない。もう。はい。お強い。素晴らしい。だからボムって嫌なんだよね。難しい。いやー、大変だった。大変だった。もうちょっとね。トルガル突っ込んでいくからさ、心配になっちゃうよね。やっと集まった。よし。こういうことよ。はい。やっと集まった。ちょっとカローンのとこに行かないとまずいかも。まあいいや。とりあえず、ミドのところに。
Is that the thing Tomes helped to do?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
よいしょ。もうちょっと信じられない。いい時間なんだけど。まさかこんな手間取るとは思わなかったな。嘘でしょ。今日全然余裕でさ、お墓参りまで行ってさ、で、なんならもうちょっと進むかなと思ってたのに、お墓参りギリギリになっちゃったよ。大変でした。ボマーいましたけど、はい。すごく大変だった。すごく。
That's the stuff, and plenty of it too. Enough to keep the Olympic bubbling away for a good old while. You're You're a gent, Sid. Let nothing say otherwise. Right then, let's get this contraption up and running.
はい、うるさい機械ができましたね。
There we have it.
ここに作らなくてもよかったのでは？
The Telemon Malembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Very impressive.
よかったね。
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speaking of which, I still haven't returned the favor.
There's no need. The good it will do for the hideaway is reward enough.
Don't be silly. Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep your potions in. Reckon I could work some magic on that.
What kind of magic?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the Alembic that I reckon will make even the toughest lever supple as anything. Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Save the hideaway a few gil. But I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough for you to squeeze in a bottle or two more.
Well, it can't hurt to try, I suppose.
That's the spirit. Leave it with me. I'll only be a mo.
はい、もう限界まで大きくなってるバッグだけど、気持ちだけね、もらっておこ
う。Well, what do you reckon?
It certainly feels more flexible.
Right? Told you.
Thank you. I think.
No. Thank you for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. Without you, we'd never have been able to discover wonders like that stuff I rubbed on your bag. And I'm telling you, there's plenty more where that came from.
Hey. これで終わりかな。とりあえず。よし、行こう。今日中に行こう。お墓参りに。今日お墓参り行きたかったんだもん。もうお盆だってね。でね、大体みんな今日終わってるでしょ、今日で。ギリギリっていうか、まあ若干終わってるけど、お盆だからね、お墓参りに行きたいよね。よいしょ。でもリスキモを倒したから、ここでまた。
How may I help you today, Clive? Your benefactors are a generous lot.
ノースリーチで託された品。
You earned this.
ありがとう。あなた方はベアラーを救助していると聞きました。表立って支援はできませんが、この品を受け取ってください。活動の足しになれば良いのですが。
Come again. I may have more for you.
ありがとう。よし、セーブして。よいしょ。これなここで始めるとすぐにジルとのデートができるんだよね。だからこっち。はい。でアビリティどう？2000溜まってるね。ちょっと後で考えときます。他に何をするか。これ強くちょっと考えとこう。おっと行こうか。もう今日そのためにやってるみたいなところあるから。
All right, Clive. Asterix. We'd finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins.
いや本当だよ。
I swear, that girl do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that in those words.
So.
She did, yes.
Clive. Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
クライブ、さすがお父さんだね。
She's got to visit her old man's grave sooner or later.
Is that you done then? Mid's not roped you into building the rest of the board, has she?
よし、行こう。
Mid told me she was building a ship.
クライブはそういうところダメなんだよね。ねえ、なんでここにいんの？オールさん。
Obelith, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
やられた。
You in a hurry at all, are ya? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Obelith.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle?
自由都市カンベルの知人から奴が支援しているエンタープライズのことを聞いた。わしも後押しするとしよう。だが話によれば無許可の大型船の造船にカンベルの役人どもがかき回っているようだ。このままでは手回しした新たな港の建設にも影響が出る。そこでガブ君の力を借りられないだろうか。連中の動きを探るのに一役買ってもらいたい。それは大型船無許可で作ってたよ。
Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
じゃあガブをアサインしに行きましょう。
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Got to admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in and all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
よし、行こう。ここね、近い。はい。やっと来れた。
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. That if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Cooker is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies.
ここ。
It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there will be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every mother crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot.
グッズは変わらない
There's a
な、英語でも
caravan
日
that
本語で
runs
も。
back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav,
Already on my way, Captain.
be careful.
Aren't I always?
いいね、この3つに分かれて。
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
さて。これ、このまま行かなくちゃいけないのかな。どこにも行けないんだけど。先進んじゃう。一旦ここっち戻るか。戻れんの、ちなみに。ここはできないんだよね。一旦戻っていい。終われないから。はい。 ジル。
We need to find a way into Drake's tail. And we will. Together this time.
そうね。はい。ということでね。やっとお墓参りに行くことができました。ジルがすごく見ている。はい。どうしようかな。次、やるとしたら、ちょっとね、土曜日が確か、用事があるんだよね。だからちょっとできないかもしれないので、明日連チャンになるんだけど、明日の21時からやりたいなというふうに思います。うん。かな、確か土曜日だったはず。土曜日かな、そうだね。うん。土曜日にちょっと用事があるんで、明日また21時から、やりたいと思いますので、お時間ある方はぜひ遊びに来てくれると嬉しいです。別にね、コメントあっても あると嬉しいけど、なくても大丈夫です。見に来てくれるとね、嬉しいんで。はい。ということで、今回もご視聴くださいましてありがとうございました。よければ、今日ね、ほとんどイベントばっかりだから喋ってないんだけど、よかったら高評価、チャンネル登録よろしくお願いいたします。はい。なるべくね、英語のところは喋りたくないんだよね。やっぱり英語でやってる人ってそんなたくさんいないだろうし、まあ、いるはいるだろうけど、ね、ゆっくり聞きたいっていうのもあると思うんでね。これからも英語のところはなるべく喋らずに、全部終わってからね、少し話したりとかしていきたいなと思ってますので。はい。はい。では、また次回お会いいたしましょう。またね。バイバーイ。